All right, good evening, ladies and tradermen. Welcome to another edition of our class. On the screen, we have our current portfolio. Also, on the investors blog, we have this same portfolio as well as a potential play for tomorrow. If you've not seen the blog yet or are watching this video wondering where it's at, you can just look right here for now. This is the potential play going forward. And actually, we need to uncolor that. There's no need for color there. And there you have it. All right, so we are going to review a few things, and then we'll get you guys all prepared. Keep in mind that for those of you that are that can't make the class, if you're watching this video, you didn't make the class, all of the charts of potential plays are posted on the members blog. So if you want to sign up for the feed reader thing and see if that works, or if you want to check in on that blog, you'll be able to see the potential plays there. You don't necessarily have to sit in the class. I think soon we're going to try maybe a bi-weekly email as well to keep you alert. We have some people that are on the other side of the world that can't always make it to our class, and so at least that way they'll get an email with potential plays and things like that. So send me feedback, Dustin@tradinglinks.com, if there's if you think that'd be a good idea, bad idea, or if you don't really care, that's fine too. As for the activity on the investors blog, that will be picking up quite a bit as well. As many of you know, I've talked to you quite a bit over the past month or so. I have been studying to pass my Series 7 exam and have now successfully done that, so I can get back to life and not have to focus on trading so much. And so we have a number of different classes, I'll call them tutorials, that I'd like to include on our investors blog, as well as some videos for the newer members, just to keep everybody up to speed and help everybody get up to speed a little bit faster. All right, we have a weird symbol here. Let's move away from that. I guess I'll start with the market down here on the bottom. It's a little boring to be the guy that has to comment on the market right now, given, and since last October, really, given what we've had, right? Pretty much just straight up. And remember, this is a weekly chart, so each bar represents 1 week. So week in and week out, I've basically been just saying, hold on to the longs, wait for the market to pull back, and we'll get some more long positions. We'll buy more stocks. Every time the market's pulled back, that's exactly what we've done, right? So I don't have anything new for you. I think we're in the same position, right? We'll just keep holding on to our longs. We are obviously on the right side of the market, and we'll just keep enjoying that. When the market pulls back, I maintain the same comments. We will look to get long even more and long again. So I don't think there's a need to make it any more complicated than that without driving yourself crazy. I know some people like to really dig in deep and talk about all the different volume bars and all the different individual bars, and I think for now you just assume business as usual. We've been able to shake off some fairly nasty news over the past week or two, but in the States, the numbers that come out are leading indicators, are coincidental indicators, are lagging indicators. Everything has been pretty much okay. And so I think until we hit earnings season, which is coming up close, in a week or so, there's really no reason for the market to move in one direction or the other in a very quick and exciting sort of way. So I just don't think there's a need to overthink it. I think we just keep going with what we've got here. So it sounds boring because there's nothing really to say, but I think it keeps everybody calm as well. There's no need to. There's no targets we're trying to hit in the market. There's no support at the moment as we were in the upward direction. So I think I've pretty much said enough about that. So business as usual. Enjoy it, and of course we'll update you when things change. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go pull up our page. There you go. I know a lot of you use laptops. Again, just visit our investors blog. There is a image of this portfolio on there for you, so you can see the numbers a little clearer if they're not clear to you on the computer that you're on. Good news to start. We've raised our stops on some of our older positions here that we got at the beginning of the year. We are now locking in almost 10% on our FBHS, almost 3.5% on Target. Target, by the way, is about to hit that second target, so looking good there on Target. If for some reason, it's only Tuesday, if for some reason we do not hit our second target of $70 on the symbol target, we're going to tighten up pretty good on this one because we're really close to our target, and it's going well, so we'll lock in as much as possible. Microchip's doing okay. This is the one we talked about a few weeks back. When it gapped up on that earnings news, it's one of those ones you're excited to see it gap up. We hit our target. We're able to lock in some profits, but unfortunately, usually those will either take off right away or sit and base until all the moving averages catch up. Now, good news is we're there, right? Here you go. Here's the 50-day is caught up. So hopefully we get some action soon. But ever since we gapped up and hit our target there, like we said, you just kind of wait it out. It's easy to do when you're waiting it out with a profit and you've already taken most of the profits off the table. So looking good there. Got an email on, are we going to raise the target again on the symbol target here? This is the beauty part about some of these plays that we have here. If I, there's my button. There we go. If I zoom out so far that the candles look somewhat distorted, there's nothing overhead. We're at some new highs here. If we go to the monthly chart, we've got way back around 2007 at this $70 area. We've got some problems. And so if people go back that far, fine. We have our target set at 70 specifically for that reason. But I don't know. I think we ought to take the $70 target and then look at new opportunities as we pull back. The monthly time frame, that's a long way to go back. 2007. So I'm good here. I think it's a good respectable area to take a target. So I'm going to leave it at 70. If you'd like to shoot for more, of course, it's your money. Do what you'd like to do. I'm going to leave it at 70 for now and just kind of be excited about that. All right. Moving along, BCPC. Very nice play for us. It was a lower volume stock. We talked about it when we first took it, right? It was Valentine's. Nope, it was the day after Valentine's Day. We talked about it being a low volume stock, and it still performed for us. So if we pull up BCPC here real quick, we popped up today and hit that target of 44, and it looks like we hit it, right at the right time there. So nice job on that one if you played along. And let's go zoom out. There we go. And so I think we're set on that one. Maybe we'll come back to it in a few weeks once it's had a chance to pull back and relax a little bit. But for now, just another light volume name that we seem to have done well on. FBHS was the other one, normally a low volume name. So that is colored in a dark blue in the background. That just means that the position is over. We've hit both targets. We had $42. See, it's striked out, and we had about 8% on that. And on $44, that gives us 12, almost 13% to wrap up this play. So by Thursday, I'll take it off so everybody has a chance to see it, and in case someone didn't get out. And nice job. Yeah, so good one there. Moving on. Our gold miners. Right? This is why we don't try to build a portfolio off of picking bottoms. Look at the herky-jerky back and forth we've had to deal with here. I still think we're okay. I think this is a little bit of a blip down, and it's all going to work out. But hard to think that after a day like today. So our gold miners took a little hit, a decent hit, and luckily we had some room in AUY. AEM, we've got a little room till we get to our stop, but that would be the, if there were an ugly part of the portfolio, you'd have to say gold mining is where it's at. So AEM pulled back, currently down about 4%, and time will tell. I'll move quickly through some of this other stuff. I think we've reviewed, the strategies and stuff pretty good. A lot of symbols, and you can't blame it, but a lot of symbols have done a whole lot of nothing, right, or pulled back a little bit. And when you look at the market over the last few days here, can't really blame it. Right? We had a holiday week in there. We've got earnings season coming up, and it's okay. Right? So the market's waiting on something. We need something to react. This week we do have the Mr. Bernanke speaking, so maybe that shakes things up. But I think it's just a normal like college conversation or something. So who knows? But so DG, another symbol that's done really well. I actually saw an article on Yahoo. I was looking up like, what's her name? Melissa Joan Hart. she that was like my little high school crush or whatever. She had she's got something going on, and so I clicked on that, and for some reason Dollar General showed up in the finance section as the stock you have to own, and so that's kind of cool. It makes you feel good when you own a stock that other people are writing articles about, but it's not doing a whole lot. Right? It's been fairly quiet over the past few days. Again, easy to sit and let a stock kind of wiggle around when you've got some profits on it. We've hit our first target already on Dollar General, and we're waiting for that 55 for our second target. A little work to do, but I don't know. There's not much to say. Again, a lot of these symbols, I'm kind of moving through them because there's not a lot to say. We have Boeing. Very exciting run on Boeing, which is odd for a stock that's not very exciting. And it's fine that it wants to pull back. We've got our tight stop. If it pulls back enough, we'll go ahead and walk away from it and just call it a good run. That's not much else to say about that. Moving on to United Technologies. Very quiet. Looks very similar to this market down here. A lot of back and forth, not a lot of activity, but holding up near the highs. Volume's mixed. It's just holding up. There's not much to say about it. Not a very exciting market. AUY is our other gold miner. Pull back on AUY. Macy's holding up at the highs. That's always a good thing. MSCC kind of that's kind of sucks. A little bit of a steep pullback on MSCC. We'll see how this 50-day holds in. If we can get a bounce towards the end of the week that takes out this bar and gets us over with that, I'll raise the stop real tight. Because you don't like to see a pullback that steep. And when you look at it, it's not something, you can't say, oh, it's a light volume stock, these things happen. You could say that if the volume wasn't heavier right here. So yeah, the volume is bigger. So it's a simple thing to look at, but volume is heavier on the down days. So even if it's a light volume stock, let's pretend this symbol here is Dell, right? If you say, well, the symbol's Dell, that's kind of cool, not MSCC. When the volume looks like that relative to the green days, doesn't matter what the symbol is, somebody's selling for a good reason. And we'll see what happens. One that would probably like to raise the stop up if we can get a bounce. WY treating us well. Remember, if you go back a couple videos ago when we took this play, we talked about, hey, if you're just joining us and you're taking plays with us, and you only want to play one symbol at a time, this is not the one to do it. And so I'm keeping my word with that one, as we've been moving in the right direction, just at a snail's pace, right? Very slow. So not bad there. Just slow. ILCR pulled back right in that 50-day, maybe a little quicker than you'd like to see, but quickly recovered it. You get the same thing on MSCC, I'll be a happy camper, right? It's okay to have someone out there decide, yep, it's time to take profits, or have some insider or director or whoever who wants to exercise options or something like that, and on a light volume stock he wants to get out. That's okay, as long as we quickly return back to where we're supposed to be. I don't have a problem with that. So I'm perfectly fine with this. Just not really anything new to say. We're just moving on our way here. And Gill's done nicely for us. A little slower than I remember in the past. I've traded this before, and it could be the market that there's not a lot going on, but GIL here slowly moving in the right direction. But I don't know. I just thought this one was a little more active. Not complaining, but again, I think a lot of it is this right down here. A lot of people starting to say, should I be chasing this market this high? I mean, I want to wait for a pullback, but the market's just not pulling back. And so I think there's a lot of that going on, and that's okay. Let them do it. They'll eventually have to chase it, or we'll get our pullback. Now, moving forward, new potential play that we have here. I'll pull up a spreadsheet for those of you that are joining us. Otherwise, it's also on the page. We put the charts and the entry price and the stop price and the targets all on a nice visual chart for you. The symbol is FAF. FAF. It is a financial stock, and it's a simple breakout playing in a strong market expecting higher prices. That's all it is. It is just as simple as we have been playing this whole time. Pretend this is FBHS or some one or the other one. It's the same thing. It's a stock that's looking good. They make money. They're making pretty good money, by the way. So the fundamental people will be excited about that. It's a stock that's moving to new highs. The technical traders will like that. It's a little bit more of a wider base than you'd like to see, but the technical traders will still buy it after we get over the highs. The short players will certainly still cover it once we get over the highs. And I believe they have earnings coming up, which are expected to be good. Again, they've made some good money, which is good because this is like they do mortgages and stuff. So that's a good sign if you're, yay economy. So that's FAF. So we've got the entry price posted. We're looking for 25.80 as an entry price. We're going to go with a nice 8% stop. We got two targets. Always the first target is 8% to that 8 to 12% depending on the market, and then our second target is usually just a guess. To be honest with you, if we got a stock that's at new highs, we'll put it a little bit higher, and I'll keep raising it and raising it and raising it until eventually we don't get a chance to raise it again because we hit it, or we pull back and hit our by then hit our trailing stop. So that's pretty straightforward. Have a couple others in the works, so I will post those also probably on Thursday. Be interested to get your feedback if you think a bi-weekly email would be the way to go. If you'd like to see that, I have no problem doing it, where we include potential plays and at least reference the idea that there's something posted on the blog page and a quick market review or something. Got a suggestion from somebody that might be a good idea, and I thought, I like it. Sounds good to me. So if you want to send me some feedback or whether you think that's a good idea or not, Dustin@tradingwings.com. And again, I am done. For those of you that know, I am done with the Series 7. It's all locked in. It's all done. No more studying. Well, I got to take one other little state registration test, but that's not a big deal. So looking forward to creating some, I've got a whole whiteboard, or it's actually a piece of glass that I mounted on the wall, of tutorials and things that I want to post in the education section of your blog. It's all included. So if there's something that you hear me go over or you would like me to go over and you'd like to just have that little video or something archived for you, send me an email with that as well. I've got a lot of good ideas, but if it can help you and it's something that's more important to you, I would rather focus on that first. And I would love to. So feel free to send me an email with that if you like. And also, for those of you that are ViewTrade clients, you have accounts at ViewTrade, little heads up that they now have mini options. So if you trade options or are interested in trading options or have done that in the past, and you like playing those high dollar, everybody loves Apple, Google, Amazon, and ISRG, things like that, you could trade mini options with them now. Really, really cool. So, check it out if you have an account. If you don't know what options are, you've never heard of them, then I didn't say a thing. You can send an email. Maybe we'll do an options thing on there. We'll have to have a little general options video in the tutorial section. That might help you guys. So we'll do something like that. We'll do something like that. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. Apologies for the late link there. We're just switching over to this new sort of thing here. FAF 28.85 is the entry price. Over here, the last price, yeah, it's just the same. Yeah, that's not the last price of today. I just try to keep it so it's not confusing, but maybe it is. We could probably just delete that. Maybe just hide it or something. Sorry. Yeah, so the entry price would be 28.85. Current price, yeah, closing price 25.66. So we're close, but not quite there yet. As always, these charts, this spreadsheet, and soon to be some other things are posted on the Investors blog if you want to reference them at a later time. Enjoy the rest of your day or evening, and we'll talk soon. Good night or good morning.